June 29th, 2026. Foxborough, Massachusetts. Germany, four-time World Cup champions, walked onto that pitch expecting to win. Paraguay, a landlocked nation of 7 million people surrounded by football giants, walked on expecting to fight. 120 minutes later, the unthinkable happened. And German football will never forget this night. Germany arrived at the 2026 World Cup with enormous expectations. They had scored 10 goals in the group stage, tied for the most of any team. Their attacking trio of Leroy Sané, Florian Wirtz and Kai Havertz looked unstoppable. Paraguay, a different story entirely. A landlocked South American country of 7 million people, surrounded by football giants like Argentina and Brazil. In 5 previous knockout appearances, Paraguay had failed to score in each. On paper, this was no contest. Football doesn't care about paper. Paraguay's coach, Gustavo Alfaro, set up a defensive masterclass that largely nullified Germany's attack, dispossessing the Europeans the lion's share of possession. Germany had 78% of the possession in the first half and got nowhere with it. Every time Wirtz or Havertz tried to break through, Orlando Gil and Paraguay's defensive wall shut them out. Then, against the run of play, Paraguay struck. Miguel Almiron split Germany's defense with a left-footed pass to Matthias Galaza, who swung in a cross that a wide-open Julio Enciso headed past Neuer. Paraguay's first ever goal in a World Cup knockout stage, scored in the 42nd minute. Against Germany. Germany hit back through Havertz just after half-time. 1-1 extra time loomed. Germany had won 6 of 7 penalty shootouts in major tournaments since 1976. Manuel Neuer, one of the greatest goalkeepers in history, was in goal. It didn't matter. Havertz missed. Voltemade missed. Then Jonathan Tah, the same man who thought he'd scored the winner, blasted his sudden death penalty high over the crossbar. Jose Canale stepped up. A man who hadn't started either of Paraguay's previous 2 games. He scored. Paraguay became the first team in history to defeat Germany in a World Cup penalty shootout. Germany's coach, Julian Nagelsmann, said 4 words after the final whistle. It's not enough for German football. Simple, devastating, true. Meanwhile, in Paraguay, a nation of 7 million people, they danced in the streets. They celebrate a goalkeeper who studied every single German penalty taker. A substitute who scored the winner on his first World Cup start. And a defensive display that will go down in football history. Germany came to Boston to win the World Cup. Paraguay came to prove a point. On June 29th, 2026, only one of them succeeded. Crest and glory, every badge tells a story.